Hello, College of the Desert students. Wendy Ansley here, kinesiology professor. We have a well-rounded flow on our mat today. I have 2 blocks, a strap, and a wall nearby. The theme for our sequence is joy. If you look up the definition of joy, they say it's a feeling of great pleasure and happiness, which is true. But there's also tiny moments of joy throughout the day. And these moments of joy often bring us a deep inner peace and cultivate an inner light. When we carry joy with us, we carry love and we carry this light, and people are attracted to the light. We are all capable of seeking and choosing joy. There's moments that help cultivate it, the birds singing, our family and friends that encourage and love us. Perhaps watching a toddler play at a park, or the joy that our pets give us. I want to share with you my own testimony that movement helps me cultivate joy. My heart, my body, my mind, and spirit all come together. 2 positive affirmations I'd love to share with you that cultivate joy. Today is a gift, and I embrace it with positivity. I bring light with me wherever I go. As we fold our hands, heart-centered, let's lower our head to our fingertips and just take a moment here to set our own personal and meaningful intention of our practice. And gently look up. Beautiful. Coming to the edge of our mat here, let's start off with 2 Quarter Sun Salutations. Pada Bandha in the feet, active, strong legs. Let's do 2 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, draw those arms up. Beautiful, that positive energy. Gaze up and look up. Exhale, we're going to swan dive down to a little dynamic forward fold. Heel and toe, heel and toe. Beautiful. If some of you want to utilize the blocks, we can keep them to the edges of our mat here. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, perhaps the thighs or the ground, but the back is flat. Tailbone is long, gaze forward and down. Exhale, come into our deep forward fold. Keep those hips over the ankles and the knees. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up, and this is where we're going to open the chest, open the heart, cultivating joy. Exhale, heart centered. Inhale, draw that good energy up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive down into a little dynamic forward fold, heel and toe, heel and toe. Inhale, halfway lift, hands, shins, thighs, or the ground. Feel the tailbone come out and back. Exhale, come into a little forward fold. Again, keep those hips over the ankles and the knees. Breathing into that backside body. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Open the chest, open the heart. Inner joy. Exhale, heart centered. Let's take a hold of the strap here. So if you have a strap or a sweatshirt or something that you can use at home, this is a great little prop. And we're going to come into the center of our mat. We're going to go a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Let's have the feet about hip width apart. So the strap is wider than shoulder width apart. And we're just going to involve and kind of dynamically warm up the entire body. Inhale, draw that strap up. I'm going to mirror you here, so let's do this together. Lower the strap here to the right and feel that opening of the left side body. Dynamically lower the strap. And we're circling around here. Good. So we're on your left here. And feel that opening of the right side body. Draw that strap up. Beautiful. Good. Exhale and lower here to that right. Feel that opening here of the left side body. Circling down. Beautiful. Dynamically moving here to the left here. Good. Just a little circular motion here. Opening the body. Feel that right side body opening. Inhale and rise. Beautiful. One more time, lower the strap here to the right. Feel that left side body opening. Good. Whole body engaged. Gently lower the strap. Circle it around, and this time come into this right side body engaged. Draw the strap up. Beautiful. Gently lower, cultivating joy there. The whole body dynamically warmed up. We're going to continue a beautiful moment, a beautiful flow here. We have little movements of joy, little movements that feel good on our body. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Energy out the fingertips. Exhale, we're going to swan dive down into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, either hands to the shins, thighs, or the ground. On the exhale, we're framing the feet. We're stepping back into Virksasana, the whole body engaged. Push into the palms, draw the belly button to the spine, heels over the balls of the feet. Engage those legs. Gaze forward and down. Core stability. We'll stay here several breaths. Gently lower to the knees. We're in a tabletop position. Knees are under the hips. I tuck my toes and hands under the shoulders. A little dynamic exploration to warm up the spine. Inhale, drop the belly button, tailbone comes out. Exhale, push away, round the back. Beautiful. Inhale, tailbone out. Beautiful. Exaggerate. Exhale, tailbone in, round the back. Inhale, tailbone comes out. Exhale, push away. Shoulder blades move away from another. Inhale, tailbone out. Good. Exhale, push away, round the back. One more time. Inhale, drop the chest, tailbone out. Exhale, push away, round the back. Beautiful. Coming into a neutral tabletop position. Inhale, draw that right arm up to shoulder height. On the exhale, we're going to thread that right arm underneath. Lower the right ear and side of the head to the ground. Also draw that right hip center. Beautiful shoulder release. If we can, draw the left hand to the center of the mat. Find our breath as we inhale and exhale through the nose. Gently release, draw that left hand back under the shoulder. Come back to tabletop. Inhale, abduct that left arm to shoulder height. Exhale, thread that left shoulder underneath. Draw the left ear or back side of the head to the ground. Draw that left hip a little bit more centered. If we can, draw the right hand to the center of the mat. Come onto the fingertips. Continue to draw the left hip center. Breathe into the shoulder release. Breathe into the inner joy movement brings us. Gently release, lower that, draw that right hand back. Find our neutral tabletop. Walk the palms forward a few inches. Lead with those hips and come into down dog. Let's do a dynamic down dog. The feet are about hip width apart. We're going to press through those palms. Beautiful. Draw length in the spine. Shoulder blades rooted against the back ribs, and we're going to work on firming those thighs. Breathing into any stiffness, any pain. It's okay to have intention with our breath. Sometimes we call it the ocean breath, where you hear that breath, especially on the exhale. Transitioning forward, I like to come up on the balls of my feet, look at my hands, and walk it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, tailbone out and back, hands to the shins, thighs to the ground. Exhale, come into our forward fold here. Breathing into that backside body. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Open the chest, open the heart, hips press forward, beautiful. Exhale, heart centered. Inhale, building into this beautiful flow, Urdhva Hastasana. Joy is a positive energy. We are seeking and choosing joy every time we step foot on this mat. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Framing the feet, step back into Virksasana plank. Little half circles as we draw that left foot up and back. Draw that right foot a little half circle and back. Left foot circle and back. Right foot half circle and back. A few more. Left circle and back. Right half circle and back. Beautiful. Stay here several breaths. Push into the ground, belly button to the spine, dome that upper back, gaze forward and down. Gently lower to the knees, tabletop position, hands under the shoulders, knees under those hips. Dynamic exploration. Inhale, drop the chest, elbow down. Exhale, push away, round the back. Inhale, drop the chest, elbow down. Exhale, push away, round the back. Inhale, drop the chest, elbow down. Exhale, push away, round the back. Inhale, drop the chest, elbow down. Exhale, push away. Come into neutral tabletop. Inhale, abduct that right arm. Exhale, thread that right arm underneath. Come to the back side of the head here. Good. Try to draw that right hip center a bit more. If we can, come onto the fingertips. Breathe into the shoulder opener. Breathe into this twist. If we can, take that left arm to the crevice of the right hip. Still try to draw that right hip center and gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Seek and choose joy. Come back center. Awesome job, guys. Inhale, abduct that left arm. This feels so good. Exhale, thread that left arm underneath. Come to the back side of the head here and adjust that left hip center. If you can, come to the fingertips to the center of the mat. Beautiful. Come a little bit more to the back side of the head. Good. Adjusting that left hip center. If we can, take that right arm to the crevice of the left hip, but continue to draw that left hip a little more center. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Release, come back to tabletop. Mindfully walk the hand up a few inches. Find your way into Adho Mukha Down Dog. Beautiful. Firm those thighs. Press into those palms. Press into all those fingers, a little bit more with the index fingers. Engage those shoulders. Staying in down dog, let's draw the feet together for this transition. Firm those thighs, heels a little bit closer to the ground. Tailbone comes back and down. Inhale, draw that left leg up to hip level. Connect, left leg is straight. On the exhale, draw the left knee, the chest, and the nose. This is where we round that upper back. We place the left foot next to the left hand for low lunge. Lower the back, right knee to the ground. Several dynamics as we place those hands on those hips. Now inhale, draw both arms up. Low lunge is a powerful posture. It opens things. It helps stabilize things and prepares us for the practice. Press to the top of the back foot. Root through the four corners of the front foot, all creating length in the spine. Sometimes to express joy, I'm going to keep this right arm up, either left hand to the hip, or maybe take the left hand to the crevice of my right hip. Gazing up, I like to take a Jhana Mudra with that thumb and index finger. Be the light. Share the light. Little moments of joy. Lower the hands to the hips. Frame the foot. Runner's pose. Beautiful. Press into those palms. Draw length. Down dog. Let's do a cleansing breath in down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Staying in down dog, feet are together. Push into those palms. Engage the shoulders and firm those thighs. Inhale, draw that right leg up to hip level. On the exhale, mindfully draw the right knee to the chest and the nose, preparing for low lunge. Right foot next to the right hand, lower the left knee to the ground, hands to the hips, 1 to 2 dynamics. Inhale, beautiful, low lunge. Root through the four corners of the front foot, draw length. Breathe into this left hip. Energy out the fingers. Let's keep that left hand up. Maybe take the thumb and index fingers together. Draw the right hand to the hip. So we have our Jhana Mudra. It's called the Yoga Seal of Knowledge. If we can, take the right hand maybe to the crevice of the left hip here. Draw length. Just have fun. Movement can be expressions of joys. Gently release, hands to the hips. Frame the foot. We have our runner's pose. Press into those palms. Find our down dog. Walking the hands and the feet towards one another. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, thighs, or the ground. Exhale, come into a deeper forward fold. Let's take the tops of the hands and press them into the mat here. This is where we're going to warm up the wrist, Hastasana, so the hands are under the feet. We're pressing the feet into the hands. Let's bend those elbows. So 2 lines of energy as we lift the hands, but press the feet into the hands. Bend those elbows and breathe into the backside body. Gently lower. Remove those hands. Come back into our forward fold. Breathe into that backside body. Neck is long. Gently bend the knees. Swan dive up. Open the chest. Open the heart. Exhale, heart centered. Beautiful job, guys. Let's come up to the top part of the mat here. Virksasana Tree. Rooting through the 4 corners of the right foot, our standing leg. We're going to draw the left foot either as a kickstand near the ankle, or place it on the inner calf, or guide the left foot up high on the inner thigh, hands to the hips, abducting that left leg so we level the pelvis. As we press that left foot into the inner thigh, it helps us find stability. If we can, hands to the heart. Find our drishti, find our gaze. Inhale, draw those arms up. If we can go even higher, draw those palms together. Sometimes I like to take my thumb and index finger together in this beautiful pose, or simply palms together. Virksasana Tree pose. Root into the ground, draw length. Exhale, root into the ground. Building on strength, building on stability. Gently lower, hands to the heart, hands to the hips. Building into this transition, draw that left leg back. Find our crescent moon. Let's have hands on the hips here, belly button to the spine, front leg parallel to the ground. Come to a little bit to that pinky toe side of the back leg. Chandrasana. Draw both arms up. Back leg is straight and engaged, heel over the ball of the feet. Good. Find your drishti, find your gaze. You can gaze straight ahead. Maybe you gaze up at the palms. Building upon strength. Exhale, lowering the back heel, preparing for Virabhadrasana 2. Keep that right knee going towards that pinky toe. I like to feel my right hip opening. At the same time, press outer edge of the back foot and awaken that back inner thigh. Gently come center. Root under the big toe mound. Beautiful. Clasp those hands behind. Feel the shoulder blades come towards one another. Broaden the chest. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, come forward. Imagine the hands coming to the ground, and imagine the head going through the legs. Breathe into this wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. We're going to continue this movement as we quarter turn your right foot here. We're going to rock forward and back, forward and back. till eventually, maybe I can draw the heel into the ground, the toes up of that extended left leg. Elbows on the inside, I want to create length. I have enough little ankle mobility to lower that right heel to the ground. Do the best that you can. Elbow on the inside, spinal length. It's okay to close those eyes. Work on you. Breathe into your intention. Gently release. Hands come back center. Prasarita, hands under the shoulders, concave back. Good. Quarter turn your left foot as we prepare for the Skandasana, which is a big hip and hamstring opener. We're going to rock forward and back. Eventually, we're going to lower press that extended right heel into the ground. Possibly lower the left heel to the ground and draw the elbow inside the left knee. Try not to round forward. Try to keep the spine long. Skandasana. It's okay to close those eyes and breathe into this release. Gently release. We're going to quarter turn this left foot. We are in runner's pose. Back leg is straight and engaged. Firm that left hip. Mindfully draw that back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come into our forward fold. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, heart centered. Mindfully rooting, Virksasana on the left side, rooting through the four corners of the left foot. Draw the right foot either in a kickstand by the ankle or the calf here, or guide it high on the inner thigh, just not directly onto the kneecap. Hands to those hips. Feel that right knee abduct. Draw the belly button to the spine. Hands to the heart. Leveling the pelvis. Building upon strength. This is where we engage that outer left upper hip. You can feel that of the standing leg. Good. It's the glute medius and minimus abductors up high. Good. Of the hip on the left side. Draw length, arms over the head. Find your drishti. Find your gaze. Build into stability. Hands to the heart. Hands to the hips. As a adjust, we're going to transition. Drawing that right foot back. Crescent moon. Belly button to the spine. Front leg parallel to the ground. Knee directly over the ankle. Inhale, draw those arms up. Come more to the pinky toe side of the back leg and firm the back leg. Straighten the back leg. Beautiful. Chandrasana, our standing crescent moon. Virksasana 2, lower that back heel, knee towards that pinky toe. Gaze over the left hand. Feel that left hip opening. And as we press outer edge of the back foot, feel that back inner thigh awakening. Prasarita stance. Big toes rotated in. Press outer edge of the back foot. Clasp the fingers. Palms come towards one another. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, come forward. Hands to the ground. Feel the head come through the legs. Gently release, hands under the shoulders. Quarter turn this left foot. Come into Skandasana, beautiful. Rock forward and back. We're awake. Let's go into that deeper expression of it now. Toes pointed up, heel down. Elbows on the inside of that left knee. If we can, we're going to grow the pose. Left arm comes in front of the left shin, and the right arm is up. Only with the left arm in front of the shin and the right arm to the sacrum can we explore a deeper level of the bind here. Gently release. Come back center. Quarter turn this right foot. Rock forward and back. Good. Beautiful. Come a little bit deeper. Press through that heel of the extended leg. Good. Toes up, elbow on the inside. Draw length in the spine. If we can, right arm in front of the shin, left arm up. Good. If the arm is in front of the shin, maybe we deepen into more of a bind. Top arm, left arm by that sacrum. Clasp the hands if we can. We have so many different levels in this class. Grow the bind. Good. I like to gaze over that left shoulder. Gently release. Come back to Skandasana. Frame the foot, quarter turn that right foot. Back leg is engaged, firm that right hip, runner's pose. Beautiful. Step that back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands, shins, thighs, or ground. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the sternum and chest back closer to the shins and breathe into the backside body. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up, open the chest, open the heart, seek and choose joy. Exhale, heart centered. Beautiful. Parshvottanasana. We will start with the right leg on this. We have the block. We're at the top third of the mat here. Pyramid pose. So the block is a few inches in front of both feet here in Tadasana. Step that left foot back. It's a few inches shorter than a full leg length. Heel intersects with back heel. The back foot is around 60 degrees, 45 to 60 degrees. The ability to square both hips facing forward. So place those hands on the hips. If we need to widen that left foot out a bit to help us get there, do that, but both hips facing forward. This is an intense stretch of the side body and the hamstrings. Inhale, draw both arms up. Press outer edge of the back foot, root through the four corners of the front foot. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, come forward. Hands to the block. Beautiful. Come more to that right midfoot. Beautiful. Feel that front hip kind of come up and back, and the back hip comes forward. I like to squeeze my outer hips almost towards one another and the inner thighs touching. If we can, we deepen this pose. We walk those hands back. We still stay more to that midfoot, and we think about the sternum and chest
coming closer to the shin. I like to take my crown of the head almost towards my toes. Breathe into that backside body. Standing splits, we're going to walk those hands forward. Some of you might utilize the block and adjust the block. Draw that left leg up, connect. Now, let's make that left leg straight. Integrity of the standing leg. Maybe walk those hands back a little bit farther. Beautiful. Breathe into the right hamstring. Breathe into that left extended leg. Awaken the arch of that extended leg. Let's stay here several breaths. Gently lower that left leg. Come into an Uttanasana. I'm going to adjust this block and come a little bit deeper. Gently bend the knees. Swan dive up. Open the chest. Open the heart. Exhale, heart centered. Let's add a vinyasa between this for our upper body. Rooting into the ground, Tadasana. Inhale, draw those arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, tailbone out and back. Framing the feet, step back into Virksasana plank here. We've worked on chaturanga. If we have chaturanga in our practice, we're going to go for it. Otherwise, lower the knees and do a partial chaturanga. Bending those elbows, draw that sternum and chest forward. Shoulders in line with the elbows. Beautiful. Inhale, upward, facing dog. Tips of the shoulders come through the heart. The pelvis weighs you down. It's a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, come over the tops of the feet. Find our down dog, our Adho Mukha. Press through those palms. Feel those inner thighs spiral back. Tailbone back and down. Heels in line with the pinky toes. Press through the palms, all the fingers. Root a little bit more with the knuckles of the index fingers. Transition, walk the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Becomes a little bit of a dance. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, heart centered. Adjusting the block again. Let's draw the block, and this time keep the left foot out in front, right foot behind us. Heel to heel, a few inches shorter than a full leg length. If we need to widen that right foot to get both hips facing forward, let's do that. Placing those hands on the hips, feel both of those hips facing forward. Inhale, draw those arms up, belly button to the spine. Exhale, come forward. Hands to the block, come more to that left midfoot. Beautiful. Continue to draw that back hip forward. Level the pelvis. If we can, walk those hands back in Parsvottanasana here. Sternum and chest closer to that left shin, but continue to come more to that left midfoot. Walk the hands forward a few inches. We're going to explore
Standing splits. If you want to utilize the block, you can. Lift that right leg high. Good. Wherever we are, if we need to adjust and kind of bend the leg to help us get there, just do you. If we can, once we get a little bit deeper, we can walk those hands back. Good. Breathe into the left hamstring. Good. Breathe into the hip opening of both legs. Beautiful hamstring opener of that left leg. Stay here several breaths. Awaken that back arch of the top foot. Mindfully lower the right leg to Uttanasana, deep forward fold. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, heart centered. Coming to the top third of our mat here, let's add a vinyasa. First, let's do a cleansing breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, draw both arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive down into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Framing the feet, step back into the Virksasana plank. Whatever our vinyasa is, either partial chaturanga or full chaturanga, bend those elbows, draw the sternum and the chest forward, shoulder in line with the elbows. Inhale, press through the tops of the feet. Gaze up, look up, hips off the ground, shoulder blades through the heart. Exhale, come over the tops of the feet here, the best that we can. Adho Mukha. Let's do a cleansing breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Tailbone back and down. Feel the pubis bone come back and up. Let's walk the hands and the feet towards one another at the same time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. The birds are singing. The inner light is in each one of us. Seeking, choosing, sharing joy. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, heart centered. Challenging ourselves here. Warrior 3, Virksasana 3. We're going to come to the center of our mats. We're going to really strengthen the posterior backside of the body in Virksasana 3, Warrior 3. We're going to start with the right leg, rooting through the four corners of the right foot. We're drawing this right block up. The right leg is going to be slightly bent in this standing posture. But at first, we're rooting through that right leg, drawing that left leg up to about hip height. On the exhale, lowering the block, I should say. Now, gently draw that left leg back to extend it and extend the block in front of you. Virksasana 3. Beautiful. Extend the torso. Gaze at the block. Back toes pointed down. Way to challenge yourself. Come to the ball of that left foot. Beautiful. Cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. It's not easy. We're just challenging ourselves for a few breaths, strengthening the backside of the body. Rooting through the left foot. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Draw that block over the head. Gently draw that right leg up and draw the block to the heart. Draw that right leg back into an extension of the back leg and gaze at that block, stable left leg. Stay here several breaths. Toes pointed down. Engage the back leg. Gently come back out. Lower the block. Beautiful way to challenge ourselves. Cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come to the back edge of the mat here. Find yourselves the feet about hip width apart. Inhale, arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, gaze up, look up. Exhale, swan dive down. We're coming into a down dog. Beautiful. Coming into a down dog. Press through the palms. Shoulder blade rooted against the back ribs. Heels aligned with the pinky toes. And we're trying to firm those thighs. Transitioning to Virksasana here. We'll stay here several breaths. Core stability. Gently lower onto the stomachs as we explore a spinal extension here. We're going to prepare for Bhujangasana. Let's keep the feet hip width apart. Gently lower the forehead to the ground. Draw the chin to the chest just lightly. We're going to stay here several breaths and just regenerate. Bhujangasana, we're going to press to the tops of the feet, which are hip width apart. We draw the palms back like an inch or two below the bra strap, near the side ribs here. Press through the tops of the feet. The hands are hovering. We're lifting the chest, strengthening the back. Now press the hands to the ground, elbows close to the side. Follow the breath. Inhale, we create length. Pubis bone to the ground. Inhale, we create length. Inhale, we create length. Inhale, we create length. Knees off the ground. Pubis bone stays to the ground. Shoulders away from those ears. Gaze up, look up. Gently lower. Lower the forehead to the ground. We're going to stay here several breaths. It's so good to move your spine in spinal extension at times. Just to connect to the back side of the body. Press through the tops of the feet again. Hands an inch or two below the bra strap. Elbows close to the side. This time, press into the ground. Press through the tops of the feet and the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, lengthen. Pubis bone to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, lengthen. Again, tips of the shoulder blades through the heart. Gaze up, look up. Gently lower. Forehead to the ground. Draw the chin to the chest. Coming to all fours, we are going to explore flipping the dog. Another back bend. So we're in a tabletop here. We're going to walk the palms forward a few inches. We're going to lead with those hips
and find our down dog. Now we're going to stay in down dog several breaths here. Press through the palms. Again, firm those thighs. Create length in the spine here. Mindfully, we're going to explore flipping the dog here to the right side. So we're going to come into a plank here, almost like a form of a plank here. So I get my right shoulder over my right wrist. I'm going to adjust that right foot, outer edge of that right foot, and I'm coming onto the ball of my left foot. And it's here that I press outer edge of that right foot, press through my palm, come to the ball of that left foot, and I open the chest. I open the heart, and I flip my dog. Gently lower the left hand. I lower my hand to meet my left. I'm in my down dog. I think it's pretty comical that I was flipping the dog and my cat came up. Staying in down dog, beautiful. We're going to work on the left side. So we're transitioning. It almost looks like a forward plank here. My left shoulder directly over that left wrist. I'm adjusting that left outer edge of the foot. I'm coming onto the ball of the right foot. And this is where I draw that arm over here, up by the head here. And this is where I come onto the ball of the right foot, press outer edge of the left foot. I press into that left palm. I lift those hips. I open my chest. I open my heart. Gently lowering the right hand back to the ground. I like to lower that left hip. Find my Adho Mukha down dog. Lower the knees to the ground. Let's do a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes touching. Widen the knees. Forehead to the ground. Send those hips back. Draw length in the spine. Just regenerate here. What a great practice we had. Gently come out of child's pose. We're going to find our way mindfully onto our backs and explore Supta Parvartanasana, lying down spinal twist. But at first, we're going to start with both knees to the chest and lightly clasp around the shins. Apanasana, this is called. When we lightly clasp around the shins, we're thinking about the tailbone coming towards the ground. We're going to extend the right leg, and we'll keep that left knee towards the chest here and just breathe evenly. Dorsiflexion of the right foot, Pada Bandha in the left foot. Let's guide that left knee up and over. Right hand on top of the left knee. And it's really more about the left shoulder towards the ground. If we need a block under the left knee to help us, but it's more about the left shoulder towards the ground as we gaze over the left shoulder and palm and feel that release in the upper and the middle back. Gently release. Both knees to the chest. Draw the right knee to the chest. Extend that left leg. Awaken, dorsiflex that left foot. Pada Bandha, awaken the arch of both feet. Assist and guide that right knee over to the left. Let's extend that right palm and the right shoulder to the ground. And we come onto that left side hip here. Then we take the left hand to the right knee and gaze over the right shoulder and the right palm. Feel that release of the upper and the middle back. Beautiful. Apanasa again. Lightly draw the knees somewhat towards the chest, clasp around the shins, and just breathe evenly, building upon symmetry. Gently come out of this. We're going to come to the wall and finish with something that always kind of helps me bring joy in my own life. Viparita Karani, legs up on the wall, active reversal pose. This pose has so many health benefits. It calms the mind. It reduces stress and anxiety. It helps with circulation of the bloodstream. There's just so many benefits. It regenerates the legs, those tired legs. So I like to come into the side here and draw both legs up. Viparita Karani, good. And it's here that I just like to relax and explore and let things go. I often find Viparita Karani is a time where I rest. It's a form of Shavasana for me. But sometimes it's a form of meditation. I calm the mind and I let things go. Going back to our 2 positive affirmations we had today. Today is a gift. I embrace it with positivity. I bring light with me wherever I go. That is a message of yoga, be the light, right? Joy helps us be the light. It helps us share the light, be the light, seek the light within us. Let everything go. There's so many benefits of Viparita Karani. If you find yourself a few inches off the wall, that's okay. Whatever you can do to get the legs up close. Sometimes people will even put a blanket underneath the pelvis. Or again, 2 to 4 inches off the wall. It's okay to adjust your cameras, however you're filming. Find a spot, find a wall, and regenerate. Stay here for 5 minutes or however long you'd like to stay.